Albert Einstein was a brilliant man, and a lot of people don't realize just how far his knowledge was, expanded, and how far he reached. We kind of think of, oh, the light bulb, and maybe that's it, but there's so much that he did. And here's a great statement: logic will get you from A to Z, and imagination will get you everywhere. And that's very, very true. And we're going to learn how your brain is very logical, right? It's all about getting you from A to Z. But if you really want to expand, if you want to go beyond that, if you want to go beyond, the quickest distance between 2 points, then you need to learn to use your imagination. And this is what we're going to be exploring in here. So we'll come back to this in a minute, but I really want you to be thinking about it. Logic is more about that straight line, where imagination opens up the whole world and allows you to draw a squiggly line. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be focused on squiggles and not so much A to Z. So we talked about in the opening that we're going to be working on how your brain works. We're going to be exploring that. So when you're asking yourself, well, how does the imagination factor in? What does it really do? Let's talk about how your brain works. And don't worry, again, we're going to stay very high level. So the first thing you need to know is that your mind is always working to serve you. It's always trying to help you in some way. And you hear that negative voice in your head all the time, and you think, my brain is out to get me. It's not trying to serve me. It's trying to hurt me. Well, that's not true. And we're going to kind of uncover why. Why does that negative voice always seem to be holding you back? So the first thing that your brain is always trying to do is keep you safe. And this goes back to the dawn of mankind, right? When you were living in a cave and you had to be safe. If you weren't safe, you didn't survive and you didn't have any offspring, right? So only the people who practice safety, only the ones that were able to run away from the lion or hunt for food and keep themselves warm, those were the people that practiced safety and survived the winter and lived to have children that one day became us, right? The other thing that your brain's trying to do is efficiency. It's trying to conserve energy so that if you ever get to that point where the lion's chasing you, you have the energy to run away, or you have the energy to fight. So your brain, safety is kind of the ultimatum. It's the thing it always wants to do, but it's also conserving energy so that you have it for any kind of emergency that comes up. So efficiency, safety, that's what your brain is trying to do. So let's think about that voice in your head. I like to call it the gremlin that's kind of always holding you back. So what is it trying to do? Well, if you think about it, that voice is always trying to keep you safe. You may not appreciate it. It may feel like it's holding you back, but it's holding you back from going outside your comfort zone, right? So say you are, you really want to get off the couch and start a running routine, and somewhere in your brain you've got this, safety factor that says, oh, no, we don't want to run. We don't want to conserve energy. Stay on the couch. It's safer here. And so your brain gives you this story, and you wind up staying on the couch, and you wind up being angry with yourself because this voice in your head is keeping you from doing what you want to do. Well, it's really not. The voice in your head is trying to keep you safe. So we need to break free from that, right? But at first, we just need to recognize that that's what's really going on. The second thing that's going on is that you're taking action, and the action are based on beliefs and habits, which are, again, very, very connected to this safety and efficiency factor. So the beliefs that you have are beliefs that will keep you safe. So going back to our running example, maybe you have a belief that people who run wind up with bad knees and bad backs, or maybe they get hit by a car, or bad things just happen to people who really run all the time. And so when you're on the couch and you're like, oh, I want to get up and run, because I want to get healthier, but then this voice kicks in. Well, the voice is trying to keep you safe. So the voice is bringing up all those negative things about running to keep you on the couch, to keep you safe, and to keep you from using up energy, right? So you're not, the voice in your head's not a bad person. You're not a bad person. You're just working with your brain the way it's wired to work. And the habits that you have are habits, again, that are trying to keep you safe at all times. So you may have habits that obviously on the surface seem fine. Brushing your teeth is a great habit, and that's not the kind of habit we're talking about. We're talking about the habits where you kind of back down from things. So, the habit, maybe you feel every time that, you have to speak in front of a room, you start to shake, or you start to feel really uncomfortable. And because you have a belief out there that speaking in front of people is somehow dangerous or harmful, and so your body's trying to keep you safe by not letting you do this public speaking engagement. So it's pulling you back, and so you have habits, of maybe fidgeting, a really nervous presentation. All these habits are trying to hold you back to say, this is dangerous, warning, come back, be safe. And so it's kind of hard to put this all together in your head if you've never really studied about beliefs and you studied about habits and how they're really, again, all they're trying to do is keep you safe. And we need to use your imagination to kind of change those beliefs and uncover those habits that you have that are all part of the safety factor. And when you can use your imagination to picture yourself successfully doing something without getting hurt, without putting yourself in danger, then you can start to change those beliefs, and you can start to build new habits based on those beliefs that will allow you to move forward. So that's what we're trying to do, is circumvent this whole little system that your brain's got going on about safety and efficiency by having new beliefs, new habits that allow you to still feel safe. And maybe your mind still feels as efficient because you're getting stronger or you're getting better at something. And so your mind will allow you to keep moving forward. But you kind of have to work with this. Your body is hardwired for the safety and efficiency. And until you can kind of rewire yourself, that's always going to be the driving factors. So pay attention in your life. When you start to feel this kick in, now you'll know why it's kicking in, because your body is wired, or your mind is wired for these two things. And unfortunately, from the dawn of mankind to now, so much has changed, and safety and efficiency aren't really those factors in our life anymore, right? We have safe cars, we have safe homes, we have so many warning systems and protection systems to keep us safe. And as far as efficiency, we have so many more tools that will help us do things without really exerting a lot of energy. So safety and efficiency aren't the key factors to survival anymore, but your brain hasn't caught on to it. So that's how we're going to use your imagination. We're not going to be able to change your brain. It's set in those ways, but we can change your beliefs and we can change your habits so that your body and your mind still feel safe and are allowing you to move forward. So that's what we're trying to do here. And your imagination, when we use it, it kind of strips away reality a little bit, and that's the point of it, so that we can start to bypass these beliefs that are holding us back and allow us to envision a new reality, one where we're still safe, even though we've taken some action that's outside of our comfort zone. If we can imagine it and we can see ourselves still safe taking that action, now we have a chance to change the belief. But if any action you take still feels dangerous to you, you won't be able to change that belief. And you won't be able to change the way that your body reacts. So this is imagination. You feel like, okay, we're talking about daydreaming, but we're not. We're talking about something that's so essential to you growing as a person. If you're not able to use your imagination, then you're always going to be stuck in that rut. So we'll go back to this quote: logic will get you from A to Z. So your brain is wired to get from A to Z as efficiently and as safely as possible. But imagination will allow you to bypass that whole circuitry of safety and logic of the A to Z. It'll allow you to go elsewhere, and it'll allow you to expand your world. So this is not a fluffy course. I mean, I know Imagine If sounds like, okay, it's a nice soft course, but it's really about learning a skill that's going to help you for the rest of your life. If you can learn how to use your imagination, you can really get away from these beliefs that are holding you back and create new beliefs. And you're going to have fun while doing it. So I know this is a little bit heavy, but that's just all the brain knowledge we're going to get into, okay? I promise I wanted to keep it light. But that's what this is all about, is using your imagination to break free of how your system is hardwired. All right, we'll see you in the next section.